Hello, everybody. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me this evening. Welcome to Universal Spiritualism if you've never been here before. I'm Stace Shaw and I'm an intuitive card reader and spiritualist medium. And tonight I will be doing card readings. Just give me a second. Gotta love technology. Right. Okay. Right. So yes, I will be doing card readings, and today's cards, I'm bringing out the dragons. I'm working with the dragons today. I've not worked with them for a while. I do have a dragon guide. He's cobalt blue and he's absolutely stunning. Hi Davey, hi Jamie on YouTube. Hi Pamela who's watching on Facebook. Hi Cornelia, Mystic and Erin who's also on YouTube. Hope you're well. We are streaming to both Facebook and YouTube, so all the comments will be put up on the screen. It is a public forum, so I won't delve into personal or private matters. When I do come to you, I expect to, I know, have your voice, but I expect the feedback in the chat. So yes, no, maybe, don't know. I do start off psychically with the cards. Sometimes spirit will pop in, sometimes they don't. If they do, I will let you know, but I can't guarantee. Okay. All right. So let's make a start. Hi, Namira. Nearly said Manera then. Got it. The M and the N the wrong way around. Hi, Brolic. Hope you're well. Good evening, Karen. Thank you all for joining me this evening, and thank you for supporting Universal Spiritualism, which is run by Veronica Jenkins. If we can send her out some healing, she's not feeling very well today. So if we can send out healing to her and to all those that need it as well, actually. Oh, you're very welcome, Erin. All right, there was a comment. Let's have a look. Namira. Excuse my dog, he's got a bone and the cat is getting too close to his face. So he's having a bit of a growl. It was his birthday yesterday. He was 6 years old. So he's been a grumpy old man, aren't you, Chip? Stop it. Right, Namira, will your relationship with your son get better? You have put boundaries because he's emotionally manipulative. And I advise him to get help. Okay, let's have a look, Manera. Why do I keep wanting to call you Manera? Do you know a Manera? Is that a name or a place? I'm not sure, but I'll keep wanting to say your name the other way round for some reason. I don't know if somebody around you used to call you that because I had trouble pronouncing your name, like, you know, like a younger sibling or a child or a grandchild. But I'm wanting to say your name the other way round. Hi, Lulu. Good to see you. Hi, Vladimir. Hi, Jennifer. Like I say, we are streaming to Facebook and YouTube, so don't forget to comment. If I can't see your comments, I can't be drawn to you for reading. All right. Namira. Will the relationship with Namira and her son get better? Let's see what the dragon has to say for you, my darling. Oh, Dragon Rider. This is a beautiful card. And that is you on the dragon. And you are in control. What I want to say to you is you are in control, but you're holding on too tight, my darling. So you need to step back a little bit and you need to let your son lead. I know you say he's been emotional manipulative, so you've got all the greens, and the greens is the heart chakra. So I do believe that compared to yourself, the dragon, which is your son, is as represented, is pulling at the heartstrings at the moment. but you do have some control. You don't always have to let him be manipulative, if that makes sense. It all depends on your reaction, because each of his actions you're reacting to. So do what is unexpected. Let him lead. Let him go down the path he's going down. But know that you do have some control. What I want to say to you is not be manipulative back as such, but it's like playing a game of chess. You have to predict his move in order to counteract with your move, if that makes sense. So give him a little bit more of the control. Let him think he is in control. But by the same token, follow your instincts and know when to rein it in. I do feel there's trust issues here at the moment with your son and yourself. I don't know what his trust issues are with you, but I feel like he feels let down in some way, if that makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. Thank you, my darling. And yes, you're stepping back. That's good. Hang on a second. My dog's disturbing me. Come on. Oh, there you go. He's a pug and his little legs are too big for the sofa, so I have to help him up. So yeah, now on the outside of the heart chakra colours, you've got the turquoise of the dragon there. It's almost like a sea blue. So I do feel that you need to take the emotion out of it and stick to the facts. And this is your way of regaining some control of the situation. Take away the emotions. Don't let the emotions cloud your judgment, and find a balance between your thoughts and feelings and what you feel emotionally. So your mental health with your emotional health, because I do feel they're interacting with each other, and it's all about finding that balance. So if you let him play with it, not let him play with the emotions. If he's going to play with the emotions the way he is doing, you need to take that emotion out of it and just stick to the facts and stick to the evidence, and and kind of go around it that way. And it's all about communication. Now, you're communicating what you want him to do, like you're setting the boundaries down and you're telling him exactly what your expectations are of his behavior, but you're not communicating effectively because it's coming from a place of frustration, not necessarily anger, but it's coming from a place of frustration. So again, it's about stepping back, taking the frustration out of it, taking the emotions out of it, and communicating things in a better way. Now, what I find with children, and this isn't psychic, this is from personal experience. What I find with children, especially boys, they like to feel in control. So I have an issue at the moment with somebody in my family, and I very often say to him, now, okay, you can either do this that way, or you can do that this way. If you do it that way, these are going to be the consequences. If you do it that way, these are going to be consequences. So which one would you prefer as a consequence? And that gives them a sense of control. It gives them a lesson in decision making and making better decisions for themselves. So as well as teaching them about decisions, it also teaches them that they don't have to be manipulative. They don't have to play on the parents' emotions, but it gives them that sense of control, and it gives them that little bit of sense of power, but not too much power to the point where you don't have any. You're still in control. You're still having the power. You're just planting the seeds. Okay, so that's what I feel you need to do in order to communicate with him effectively. You need to make him feel like he has a sense of power and a sense of control over the situation. And whatever decision he chooses, whether it be the good one or the bad one, just say, well, okay, as long as you're prepared to take the consequences, that's fine. You do it that way. But I am not going to support that decision. And if he chooses the right decision, you go, well, I think that's a very good idea. And I think that's a sensible decision. And I'm proud of you for taking the right choice. So it's positive reinforcement as well. Okay, so I hope that helps, my darling. But just remember, you are the dragon rider. You have power and you have the control. You just have to make him feel like he's got a little bit of the control. Okay, give him the options, 2 options, 1 negative, 1 positive, and ask him to decide which one he thinks would be the better option. And he may turn around and say, well, I'll think about it a little while, and say, that's fine. You go away. You think about it. Come back and let me know when you've made a decision. Okay. Don't force him to make a decision before he's ready, because he won't be expecting you to give him a choice. He won't be expecting you to give him that power of control. So he will be a little bit shocked and a little bit surprised, and he won't be sure on what to do with it. But he will come back with you with a decision, and 9 times out of 10 he should come back with a positive one. Okay, my darling? So I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me. Okay, let's see who's next. Good evening, everybody who's just joined. I hope you're well wherever you are in the world. There was somebody that wanted... Oh, that's brilliant news, Charlene. Well done. I hope you're going to be happy in your home. I'm sure you will. Oh, your grandson calls you Nimi, Namira. Okay. That'll be why I wanted to change your name then. It just kept dripping over my tongue. It's like I couldn't pronounce it. And so there was somebody on... Jamie, if you want to know if you've got a dragon guide, my darling, there are dragon meditations online. If you go onto YouTube and just sort of dragon guide meditations, something should come up. And if you sit and do that, you should be able to meet your dragon guide if you have one. I can't remember. Somebody wanted a love reading and I can't find it now. Never mind. Let's go down to the bottom. Okay. Let me have a look. Hi, Irene, Sandra, Jasmine. Hi, Blue Lagoon. If there's anything specific any of you would like to know, please. Erin, let me come to you, my darling. I'd love to know if you see my oldest daughter starting to figure out her life. She's 18 and is starting college in a couple of weeks, but she has no job, and I'm getting really frustrated with it. All right. It's that time of year. I'm having the same conversations with my daughter, and she's 17 in September. Now, with respect to the job, if she's starting college in a couple of weeks, I don't know what kind of college courses that she's doing, but I feel it's full time, and I feel that it's going to be quite heavy and quite busy, and there's going to be a lot of theory involved. So I do feel that even though it's a frustration, that working and doing college might be a little bit too much for her, unless she just works on the weekend and sort of gets a weekend job. So that leaves the week for her to concentrate on her college in the day and any college work that she has to do outside of the college, like in the evenings. Because even though they're at college, they do get homework, not like at school. She's got a pretty light course load. Well, it might seem light to you, but maybe for her it might seem a little bit heavy. You know, maybe she just wants to chill and enjoy it and not be bogged down with adulthood, so to speak. And this is a feeling I get. I kind of get the feeling that she's trying to not think about adulting until she really, really has to. And I'm assuming, and I am assuming, not feeling, that she's going to get some sort of bursary to help her with her college fees. Chip, you're getting on my nerves now. Sorry, the dog's doing my head in. Yeah, I do feel that there's some income coming from sort of like a bursary, what we would call a bursary in the UK. So it's helped with like courses. She has 1 to 2 full hour days, one day where she's only in school for less than 2 hours, and then 2 days with no school. Okay. So you want her to find a job in between time and then her keep, so to speak, which I understand. You know, she's got to realise that she's growing up. She's an adult now. What I want to say to you is that, I mean, I've started doing it with my daughter. Again, this isn't coming from a psychic. This is personal experience and personal advice. I've told my daughter that hopefully she'll get a bursary, but she won't get that until she actually starts her course. So all her materials we have to buy before she starts. So I've told her, you know, she's got to do jobs around the house because people won't employ her because she's under 18 at the moment, even though she's got her insurance number and she's legally allowed to work in terms of paying taxes and all that. Nobody will take her on because she's under 18. So I've told her she earns the money around the house and babysits for her sister and all that kind of thing. Then she can earn her money that way. She hasn't done anything all summer. Okay, let's see what the cards say. Okay. Thoughts. She's doing a lot of thinking and a lot of overthinking. I think she's what I get a feeling is this is a pure white dragon, and it's ice. So I feel with her, she's finding growing up a little bit scary and a little bit overwhelming. That being said, she's got the turquoise in the cards, so she's very balanced mentally and emotionally. I feel like she's got her head screwed on and she's quite mature in some ways for her age. I feel maybe I'm seeing the clouds in the sky. So whatever thoughts processes are going through her head at the minute, I kind of feel like there's a little bit of cream there and there's a little bit of grey. She needs to compromise. There's got to be a compromise reached. And you kind of, I feel like the more you push her, the more she's digging her heels in, and she's kind of got the yeah, I'll get round to it attitude. But what I want to say to you is, my darling, she will fly and she will do what needs to be done. It's just taking time, and it's taking time because I feel like she's finding life a little bit overwhelming at the moment. So even though you're getting frustrated with her because of the fact she's not finding a job and she's not doing what she feels, what you feel like she needs to do, in her own head, she's wrapping her head around, okay, I've got to go to college. I'm 18 now. Now I've got to get a job. I've got to start paying taxes. I've got to start doing this. I've got to start doing that. So what I want to say to you is, if she wants anything, you tell her no. You set the boundaries. I am not giving you anything else apart from your basic needs until you start earning your and paying your way. She expressed her being overwhelmed and stressed. There you go. So again, maybe the college seems like work to you and it may seem a light load to you, but there's clearly something going on with her that either she's not speaking about or that she's struggling to express. So this could be the workload. This could be maybe she's not getting on with a couple of her lecturers. Maybe she's I hope this isn't the case, but maybe there's something going on with her classmates. Maybe she doesn't feel confident enough to get a job. Maybe she's got anxiety in social situations or being in new situations. She's got an anxiety about it. Maybe she's just nervous about the interview stages. And I think what you need to do is sit down with her and help her apply for jobs. Ask her what kind of jobs that she wants. Maybe get her something that isn't dealing with the public, that maybe you could sort out what is causing this anxiety over finding a job. I think her biggest stress is she doesn't know what she wants to major in. That will come. That will come in time. Just tell her there is no rush. Deal with one thing at a time. Get her through this semester. She can decide what she's doing. She can decide what she's doing later on in the day. What she needs to focus on now is the present. And this is what you need to tell her. Don't get anxiety about the future. The future's not here yet. Concentrate on what you've got to do now. Do what you need to do now. Let's sort out this anxiety with regards to work. Is there anything that you're anxious about, such as the interview stages, the application stage? Do you not know what kind of job you want to do? You know, all that kind of thing. You need to find out where her head is, where her thoughts are, and where her feelings lie. Okay? Yeah, exactly that. But just tell her when it comes to the practical stuff, when it comes to the material stuff, if she doesn't start earning her own way, then she's going to end up with not having anything that she needs for school because you're not funding that. You don't mind helping her out, providing she's paying her way. But if she's not paying anything, then you're not paying anything. She's an adult and she has to get used to earning her own money, and you will help her around that. Okay? It is scary, and I think this is the problem. It is very scary for them. And I think maybe she's a little bit more fearful than what she's letting on. And she's using the kind of, yeah, I'll get round to it kind of thing as a defense. Okay? So you need to be gentle. Don't be pushy. Don't be forceful. Don't be frustrated. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience. And it's going to take a little bit of gentility. Okay? So, but she will fly. Once she gets over her anxiety and once she gets more confident within herself and she gets over that fear, she's just got to get through that fear barrier. Okay? She will fly. She will come good. All right? It might take time and a little bit of patience and a conversation, but it will work out in the end. So don't be too worried about it. Okay? I hope that helps, my darling. Okay, let's see who else. Hi, Alethea. Let's see who's next. She will absolutely fly, Erin, but she needs to concentrate on one thing at a time. Maybe she's nervous about going back to college at the minute, as well as being nervous about getting a job. So maybe just deal with one thing at a time. Go through some applications with her. She might not get the jobs, but it'll be practice for her and it'll give her the confidence. Okay? Oh. Irene Dobbs, let's come to you, my darling. You would love if you can connect with me. Would like to know if things will get better. Okay, let's have a look, Irene. Let's have a look, my darling. Will things get better for Irene? I'm pretty sure they will. I'm already feeling that they will. I'm getting quite warm and quite... I'm perspiring, shall we say, as I connect with your energy, Irene. So I do feel quite stressed and a little bit overwhelmed with life at the moment. And I do feel that these stresses that you're feeling and taking on aren't all your stresses. I feel like you're taking on everybody else's. And I want to say children are leaning on you and relying on you far too much. Now, I know we're parents and children are supposed to lean on their parents, but I feel these are adult children and I feel that they are big enough to sort their own problems out. And I feel it's about time that they did. And I feel that you, again, seems to be the theme of the night, need to reset boundaries. Does that make sense, my darling? Do you have children? Yes, that's how you feel. Thank you for that confirmation. So again, it's about you voicing your opinion and communicating and saying, do you know what? My parents' sayings coming through to me in my head. You're big enough, old enough, and ugly enough to sort it out for yourself. You are not 10 years old anymore. You need to sort out your own messes. Okay? And that's what I feel you need to be. I need to be stricter. I need to be firmer. And I need to say, look, I'm here to support you. I love you dearly. But you need to sort out your own mess. You got yourself there. You get yourself out. Figure it out. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. Let's see what the cards say. So I do feel that once you've done that, they're not going to like it. They're going to sulk. They probably, will get a bit, what's the word, snotty with you for a few days or a week. You've tried to set boundaries, but it's okay setting them, but you need to mean it and you need to stick to it and you need to let them know that you're being serious about it. Just say it's taking its toll on your mental health, it's taking its toll on your sleep, and they need to stop, because it's time now that they were there for you instead of you always being there. I know it's really hard to do. I have adult children as well. It's really hard to do. But it got to a point with me where I had to do exactly the same. And yes, it went against my instincts as a mom. But my argument to that was, well, you're adults now. You're adults, you're parents yourselves. You know the stresses of life that I have to deal with on a daily. I'm not doing it anymore. I've got to think I'm going to put myself first. For a change, after all the years I've raised you, I'm putting myself. Yeah, exactly. So that's exactly what you need to do, my darling, okay? It's not that you're being soft. It's just that used to you. I want to say they're used to you wiping the backsides for them, but I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. They're not used to facing things themselves and not having mummy to pull them out of their messes. They made it really hard, and then I feel guilty. Don't feel guilty. They're adults. And that's what you need to say. Just say, you know what? You're not playing the guilt trip with me anymore. You're adults. So deal with it the way adults deal with it. Deal with it the way I had to deal with it. My parents never wiped my backside for me. Why should I wipe your backside for you? Destiny, my darling. Now you've got this beautiful rainbow. You've got all the colours there. You've got the wisdom in the yellow. You've got the warmth and the fire in your belly with the orange. You've got the healing of the purple. Well, I do feel that you need healing at the minute. Emotional healing and mental healing, as well as physical healing. I'm seeing the turquoise in there. Again, that's about the balance between the emotional and the mental health. And this is what you need to bring in, because there's very little turquoise in there at the moment. So I feel you need to use all your energy, which is the citrine and the orange, and all your wisdom in order to bring your mental health and your emotional state back into balance. And it's communication. You've got the blue in there as well, the darker blue for the communication. You've got the stormy clouds, and if you look, the dragon is flying high above the clouds, and this is what you need to do. You need to fly through the storm, my darling. Hold your head high and bring that positivity back into your life so you can fly up to clearer skies and get some clarity on them boundaries that you are resetting. Okay, it is a beautiful card. And like Amanda said, as a mum, it's so hard to know what to do. But again, these are adult children. Don't feel bad, Aaron. You feel bad because they're your children, and all we want to do is help our children out of, we're there to support them, but you can support them. I've always said to my children, and maybe this is something you can say to yours, I don't know. I've always said to my children, once they got to an age where they had to take responsibility for themselves, so around their sort of early teen stages, I said to all of them, I will support you and I will fight to the death for you if somebody does you wrong or accuses you of doing wrong. But you do wrong, don't expect me to be your backup, because I will not support you if you are in the wrong. I will tell you exactly that you're in the wrong, why you're in the wrong, and give you consequences for being in the wrong. And that's how I've raised mine. And it's worked pretty well, I have to say. There's been a few bumps. It's not always been perfect. It's not always been the right approach. But 9 times out of 10, it's worked. Because they know if they do wrong, I'm not going to be there to wipe up their mess. I'm not going to be there to defend them if they're the ones in the wrong. Whether that be physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever the case may be. And that's what I mean by setting boundaries. Let them know your expectations. Let them know where you stand. If you do this, I'll support you. If you need defending, I'll support you. But you come to me and you're in the wrong, I'm sorry, you're on your own. You got yourself in that mess, you get yourself out of it. Okay, and that's how firm you need to be. But this is your destiny, my darling. You need to de-stress. You need to release the negativity. You need to stop being their tissue, if you like. And you need to start working on yourself, my sweetheart. Start healing yourself. Bring in that positivity and get that energy back that you so desperately need. Get some citrine, I want to say. Get some amethyst to help with sleep. And the amethyst will also help with the anxiety and the stress. Okay, my lovely? No, don't feel bad for setting boundaries. Even adult children need boundaries. Believe it or not, they do. All right. So I hope that helps you, my darling. Let's have a look. You're very welcome, my sweetheart. You're very welcome. I hope you get it sorted. Let's have a look. Excuse my dog, he's barking at next door's dog. Let me have a look. Who am I drawn to next? Hi Gemma, hi Nessie. Amanda, let's come to you, my lovely. Would love guidance for my son who's having a hard time. All right, let's have a look, my sweetheart. We all seem to be the kids all seem to be having a hard time at the moment. I don't know if it's anything to do with, I think it's Mars, or is it Mercury that's in retrograde? I know one of the planets is. Right. You're welcome, my darling. Let's have a look. Your son's having a hard time. Oh dear. Excuse me, it went down the wrong hole. Right, the first thing I'm getting as I tune into your energy, my sweetheart, is, I know I just said that went down the wrong hole, which it did, but the cough itself, I feel like my throat chakra's blocked. So I feel like your son is, I don't know how old he is, but you can have bullying at any age. So I feel like there's an issue with bullying, and I feel like he's having trouble standing up for himself. I don't feel it's physical. I feel it's more mental. But rather than open his mouth and defend himself, he's choosing to stay quiet and isolate himself. Does that make sense? I feel like he's becoming very withdrawn. And there's a little bit of social anxiety that's building up as a result of this bullying. And I want to say, it's not bullying as in anything like name calling or anything like that. I feel this is things that have been said about him. And I'm being told social media. So I don't know. I feel there's something going on either like on Facebook or something like that. But there's things being said that's trying to bring his reputation down, that's trying to make him seem like a bad person. And the person that's doing this, it's almost like, I want to say, it's almost like it's not a vendetta as such, but it's for attention. It's for attention. Ah, okay. Yeah, an ex. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like this ex is wanting his attention, and the only way she can get his attention is by trying to rip up his reputation, either on Facebook or to mutual friends, or trying to make people pick sides between the two of them, moaning about how he's not doing this and he's not doing that, or he used to do this or he used to do that. You know, that kind of petty nitpicking. Petty nitpicking, I want to say. Now, I do know I am getting somebody from Spirit. I'm not sure who it is yet, but I do feel this is a lady, and I do feel this would be his grandma. And the reason why I say that is because I'm getting a little bit of acid reflux. So would you understand, this would be your mum in spirit? Gone further with children. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, like I say, I got the feeling it was more of a, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, he's not doing this, he's not doing that, and trying to make him out to be worse than he is. I mean, I want to say there are things that your son could do better, and there are things that he could have done better, but I do feel that the situation is 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. So for every criticism she has of him, it's mirroring her own behavior. So it's like she's looking at him as a mirror, and it's reflecting back on herself. So I want to say they're kind of both as bad as each other. The only difference is she's trying to get a reaction from him, and he's biting his tongue and he's not reacting because he knows that's exactly what she wants. So he's trying not to play into his hands. Okay. Which is exactly the right thing to do. Let me shuffle the cards and see. Now I'm not a legal. I'm not law trained in any way, shape, or form. But I feel, again, there's boundaries that need setting. All this social media backbiting needs to stop. Oh, bless his heart. I was just going to say a solicitor might be a good idea. whatever the issue is, again, it's a public forum, so I'm not going to go into any private details, and I don't expect you to go into any private details either. So whatever the reasons are for that, it's not that I'm judging. I just, like I say, we're on a public forum and that's private information. But I do feel maybe a solicitor or some sort of legal eagle would be a wise idea to consult with respect to the situation with his ex and the way she's going on with regards to his children. Independence. So you've got the Reds and the Browns. He has got the strength and he is grounded and he knows exactly what he needs to be doing. And at the moment, I feel he's doing the right thing by not reacting. So I want to say is, yes, he's keeping grounded. He's got the strength to push through this and to fight this, but he's looking back. And I'm getting the song by Oasis, Don't Look Back in Anger. So he needs to keep his level head. He's got spirit watching down on him. Again, I do feel your mum is in spirit, and I do feel your mum is with him, helping him with this. They are seeing what's going on around him. You've got the dark rusty orange there, so even though I do feel it's depleting his energy, I feel he's quite level-headed at the moment. He's very grounded. Let me pull another card. Will things get better? Will this situation improve? Oh, here we go. Yeah, you've got the healing. So I feel that you both need to ask the universe and those in spirit to help support you with this. But I do feel, yeah, it's just going to take a lot of prayers and a lot of manifestations, so to speak. There is the grassroots behind him, as you can see. You've got the tall grass. So there is support there if he wants it. He's just got to find the right support. So again, it's about getting maybe a solicitor or a lawyer involved, maybe getting child services involved, just somebody that can help. You've got the little candle flame there, so the flame is burning. There is still hope that things can work out if he keeps doing what he's doing. Things will be healed and things will come good, but it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of prayer, and again, outside agencies to help. I would say so. Some collaboration. All right. So things have the opportunity to get better. It's how he goes about it and how it helps. So yeah, keep sending them prayers up, okay? Keep sending them prayers up and hopefully things will get better. But it all depends on your son's actions and how he wants to go about things. All right. So let's see who's next. Hi, Julianne. Hi, Nessie. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Bernadette. Let me have a look. Let me go up. Oh, bless him, Amanda. I'm sorry to hear that. Just keep praying, my darling. Keep praying. Tell him to get some outside help. He has to have a lot of healing. There's a lot of healing to be done. And just, like I say, consult outside agencies that will be able to help him with the situation. That's what he needs right now. Okay. Where's all my YouTubers gone? Mystic Road, let's come to you because I've seen you ask this question before. Now, I'm not going to chew into Doug's energy because he's not here, and that's an invasion of spiritual privacy, so to speak. It's like walking into a stranger's house without an invitation. You wouldn't do it. So let's have a look. The first thing I get is there's a possible romantic connection with this question. You want to know if he feels the same way about you as you do about him. So let's have a look. I do have a feeling I've answered this before, unless it's something. I feel that you've known this person a long time. I am trying to get around everyone, Cornelia. You're just going to have to be patient, my darling. I go to who I'm drawn to. Yes, okay. So you would understand that you've known this person a long time, and I feel like there is a close bond there. You went to high school together. Okay, my darling. So yeah, so it's been a while, and I do feel that you've always kind of had this close bond. I won't say chemistry, but I will say close bond. And I do feel there was a romantic connection between you in the early part of your friendship. But for whatever reason, you know, too young and dumb and all that, it didn't work out. It was what I would call an immature relationship at the time. And this is but for some reason for you it's never left you. You've always wanted that that feeling that you had from high school with him. So with respect to your energy towards him, I do feel that you absolutely adore him and you would love the chance of having a mature adult relationship with him. You never went out, but it's something. Okay. You spent a lot of time together and people thought that you were a couple because you were so close. I'm not trying to make it fit, but I'm being given the impression that you went out. So if you didn't go out, it looked like that you were a couple to most of your circle, your friends. You spent a lot of time together. No, you didn't. Okay. I can only give you what I'm getting. Yes, I know he's married now. I'm talking about when you was back in high school. I'm going back to high school days, but you said you never went out. It looked like to your friendship circle and to people around you in school, when you was younger. Oh, let's have a look. He was shy to ask me out, but it looked like you were a couple because you were so close as friends. It looked like that you were a couple, but you've got gratitude. So what I want to say to you is be thankful for the friendship you've got. If you're asking whether he feels the same way about you now, I would say be grateful for the way things are. Be grateful that you have him in your life already. Be grateful that he's a friend. And again, you've got the balance between the mental and the emotional. So I feel like you're in a good place at the moment. with respect to his energy towards you, I feel like he's happy where he is. Again, he's got the white dragon for innocence, for purity. That's what the white means for me. And he's very much, I won't say faithful. So in terms of his energy towards you, I wouldn't go crossing boundaries. I feel he's happy where he is at the moment. And yes, you've known him a long time, but I feel it's almost like a not so much a brother-sister relationship, but it's close to it. I don't feel there's any romantic feelings there for you, my darling. And the fact that he's married as well, you know, again, don't cross the boundaries, because I think if you cross them boundaries, or you try and cross them boundaries with him, it will be crossing a boundary that he won't be able to forgive. All right, my love, I hope that helps. Let's have a look. Let's see who's next. Please comment if you want to chat, because I'm not being drawn to anybody at the moment. We are streaming to Facebook and YouTube. So again, Emily, let's have a look. What's coming in for love? Let's have a look, Emily. I was looking for Davy. Davy, are you still here? You're welcome, Emily. Let's see what's coming in for love for you. What I want to say to you, Emily, is I connect with your energy. I feel there's a healing of the heart needed. I feel like you're almost afraid to open your heart against someone, because I feel like you've been very hurt in the past. Now, we can all say we've been heartbroken. We can all say we've been hurt. It sounds very generic. But with you particularly, I feel like there was a situation where you absolutely fell for this person, and you had your heart betrayed, I want to say, in a big way, and it's taken you a long time to get over it, sort of thing. But you've took the lessons from that, and you kind of overthink things now. It's not what if it goes right, it's what if it goes wrong. Can I put myself there again? Can I take that kind of hurt again? Does that make sense, please, my darling? So I feel that there's some healing needed, self-healing needed with yourself, with respect to healing the pains of the past. Okay, but I don't feel you're closed off. I just feel like it's a nervous energy. So what I want to say to you is take it slow. If you do meet somebody, and I feel that you have already met someone, and I do feel that you know this somebody, and you've got quite a good friendship going on. But I feel that your feelings are growing for him into more than friendship. But you're just unsure as to whether to move forward. I do feel you've been approached as well. I do feel the feeling is mutual. You haven't met anyone, so nobody in your friendship circle that you've kind of feel close to. that you love spending time with, that you think about when you're not with him. Not all the time. You just every now and again they cross your mind and you think, why am I thinking about that person right now? What is it about that person that keeps crossing my mind? So I do feel that you already know this person. Nobody you've been talking to online. Okay. Again, you've got the prayer. So it's the purple. This is my healing dragon. So again, that just confirms what I've just said about healing the heart. There is somebody around you, whether it be online or in real life, or if you've not bumped into them yet, I'm pretty sure you have. I'm feeling really strongly that you do know this person. Whether it's obvious or whether you've noticed it or not is a different matter. But there is a male around you that's caught your senses, so to speak. I won't say caught your eye, but there's definitely somebody there. The little candle flame is burning, so I do know there is a flame for love, and you are ready to heal your heart and to accept love again. But again, it's about prayer. So it's there if you want it. You've just got to pray for it and manifest it, which you can do. You are good at asking for things. So if you really want this, my darling, then ask for it and the universe will answer your prayers. All right. But it'll be when you're ready. Everything is smooth. I see the dark purple lines as well. So I feel like everything is smooth. You've got the white for innocence and purity. And I want to go more lavender. Lavender is healing. It's for calm and it helps anxiety as well. It clarifies the mind. It blows the cobwebs from mental health. And my nose is itching, so I do know that there is somebody pushing this forward for you. So again, from the world of spirit, if you ask for their help and ask for the love to come in, they will send you somebody and it will be there. But it's got to be when you're ready and it's got to be when you ask for it. Okay, my sweetheart? Oh, he's married. Well, not all marriages are happy. I mean, I know the last one let me get a card. See, I knew there was somebody. Oh, another card. Scars. So I do feel with him there is some emotional upheaval going on with him at the moment, and he's also got scars as well as yourself that need healing. I'm seeing the yellow, the wisdom. So what I want to say, if you want this to happen again, send up your prayers, ask for the help. I feel that he's not in a good place at the minute and he needs to heal. Now, whether he wants to heal his marriage or whether he wants to walk away from that and heal himself from the scars, I feel like he's battle worn. I feel like there's a lot that's been going on with him within his marriage, and I feel that he needs peace and calm as well. I'm seeing the blue, the faded blue on the face and around the throat area. So I do feel there's a lack of communication with him within the marriage, and this is part of the problem. So, yeah, I would say if you're in discussions, communicate effectively, be patient, pray for an outcome, but don't force it. don't force him, don't make any demands, don't give him any expectations, because if he's going to walk away from his marriage, he's got to do it for himself and for the right reasons. Don't be used as a scapegoat, and don't be used as a rebound. Okay, my darling, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Right. I think, let's have a look. Cornelia, let's have a look quickly. Oh. What do you mean? Right, the fear dragons come out for you, Cornelia. Will you meet a new partner? I feel with you. Obviously, this is the fear dragon, and you've got the red-eyed. Yes, he has got red eyes, but he's all reds and oranges. Now, oranges for me, again, it's about energy, it's about passion, it's about warmth. So I do feel you've got the energy, the passion, and the warmth to meet somebody new. But by the same argument, I've got the red-eyed monster there. So I do feel there's a little bit of jealousy going on. It's almost like you're seeing other people happy and in couples and in relationships, and you really want some of that. Now, if you look at the fields in the background, you've got the daisies, the buttercups, you've got all the summer, spring grass and flowers there. So I want to say, stop letting fear hold you back. As you can see, the dragon is moving forward. He's moving through these fears. So will you meet a new partner? Potentially, yes. There is the opportunity there to meet somebody new, but you've got to get rid of your fears. Now, whether this is a fear of being hurt again, or a fear of getting involved with somebody again, because I feel like it's been a while for you. Don't let that fear hold you back, my darling. If you're ready if you're ready to move forward, then do it. And I want to say, because you've got all the summer stuff there, I do feel that you will meet somebody over the summer, providing you let go of your fears and you stop overthinking. You've got clear clouds in the sky, so I do feel you're mentally ready for this. I feel you've done all the kind of healing that you can do. But I also feel, again, it's about communication. You've got the summer sky in the background, clear skies. You've got a little bit of fog there. So I do feel there's a little bit of indecisiveness and tentativeness going on at the moment, in terms of yeah, I do feel there's a little bit of fog there with respect to whether or not you should move on. Now, what I want to say to you is, your husband passed a short time ago. Oh, bless you. I'm sorry to hear that. But meeting a new partner, I feel like, again, this summer, it's all about fear. It's all about fear over the summer. Let me think. I'm just trying to get some clarification on something. I was going to say something and it completely went out of my head, Cornelia. Would you understand somebody in spirit who had Alzheimer's or dementia? Because I was on a roll then, and I was on a train of thought, and then it just went. It just went. I want to say you've got a fear of guilt. Now, this red-eyed monster, I wouldn't call it jealousy. I feel jealous that other people have still got that love connection around, and I feel jealous that people have still got their partners around, and you've had yours taken away from you. It's more for companionship as well. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's the fear of being alone. And what I want to say to you is don't rush into it, okay? It's the fear of being alone. It's the fear of not meeting anyone again. It's the fear of never being loved again and never being able to love again. You are more than capable of loving somebody else, my darling, and you mustn't feel guilty for that. You're entitled to move on. You're entitled to be happy, but it's when you're ready, okay? Don't rush into something just because you're scared of being alone, because that is what you call the rebound, and you'd be getting into a relationship for all the wrong reasons. So you've got the strength to deal with this. You've got the strength to heal from this. You've got the dark green trees in the background, so I want to keep a level head. I want to be grounded, and I want to be rooted. Trees for me are all, again, it's about communication, it's about connection, it's about support. Okay. So don't let your fear of being alone make you rush into being with somebody else. I do feel that there is somebody on your mind. There is somebody that you're connecting to, but I feel like you're connecting because of the grief that you're sharing about your husband. I do feel that he knew your husband, like a mutual friend or a friend through the marriage, whatever the case may be. But I feel like this person's always been there for you, and he's been your shoulder, and he's been your guardian angel, so to speak. He's been there 100% supporting you. And I feel that this connection that you've got has been born out of grief. Now, whether this is a love match or not is debatable. I do feel there is a strong bond there, but I feel at the moment you need to heal with your grief. You need to get over this fear of being alone, and you need to take time for you, okay? Don't get in a relationship with this person just because you feel you're going to be alone for the rest of life, because it's not. You will meet somebody when the time is right. You will be in love again. You just got to take it steady. All right, my darling? Give yourself time. Don't rush into anything. All right, my love? And that is it for me for tonight. I can't believe how quick that hour's gone. So I will love you and leave you. Thank you all for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for joining Veronica's page and supporting the page. Again, it is appreciated. I will be on again on Sunday on Prism of Light at 12:30. Excuse me, yawning. At 12:30 Sunday lunchtime, I will be on Prism of Light. I'll see you then. If not, I will be on again same time next Thursday, God willing, and the bus is running. All right. So take care of yourselves. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. And I will see you soon. Bye, everyone. Take care. Be safe.